we are 1 whole minute late. Okay, check this out. I know that you saw me working on chargers the other day. I got one from Amazon, Creator Connections. It's like a fast charger and stuff. It's on the Geeks 4x4 Reviews channel if you would like it. Uh, as I'm doing this, I need to do some other things. So as you guys know, we're gonna do the normal. I'm gonna go to Instagram, post a link, and I will be right back. I'll be And boom, there we are. If you're watching this later, you guys always get to see this. What's funny is I'll tell you, there's nobody on really when I start, and so I just get to do this. There's currently one person hanging out. Don't know who you are, but you are welcome to join the chat. I've got to do some other things, uh, and do some cool stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. How come I can't? Oh, I can't do the polls or the other things because uh, I set it up to have a person. So we might have somebody coming to join us. Other than that, I'm just going to hang out with you guys and we're going to talk, do our normal Ford Excursion chat. I don't know what I want. There's the Excursion. What is up? What is up, guys? Thank you for coming on and hanging out. My name is Bryce. I am the Ford Excursion guy on this here internet, and and yeah, you'll see I did a little bit of clickbait on the title today, so we'll see what that does. Uh, so far, there's nobody coming in, so maybe it was the wrong kind of clickbait. We're gonna find out. Okay, here's the problem. Okay, I'm plugged in. Great stuff. Wow. So far nobody in. So that's it's fun. Maybe I need to reset this and not have the person or not do my clickbait title. What up, Project XJ? How are you doing? It's really funny that you posted because it literally shows that nobody is watching right now. And so, uh, why is my oh, because I have something unclipped. My tripod is loose, so that's annoying. Uh, yeah. What up, Liliana? Don't know who you are. If you guys have not hit that thumbs up button, you should do that. That helps this thing go, and I would appreciate that a ton if you would do that. Now we've got some people flowing in here. Yeah, can't do any of like the text box chats or anything like that while I'm waiting, and I don't know if they're gonna come. Grayson Camo and some good friends are all at Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, and so I figured I would let them join the live if they want. So I sent them the link, but I don't know if they're gonna come. So we'll find out. The Walmart villain. Where am I? I am in Washington State. Just about smack dab right in the middle of Washington State. Where are you? That's a better question. Where are you in this world? I got some snacks. I'm hungry. If you didn't know, one of my favorite snacks, well, I'm gluten free. That's annoying. And I love gluten free Oreos. So whenever people buy me snacks now, it's really, really easy for them to buy me the gluten free Oreos. And they're really good. Don't tell me they're not because I haven't had a real Oreo in forever. I also have a friend that he calls himself an Oreo connoisseur that says the gluten-free Oreos, you can't taste the difference between the gluten-free and the normal ones. So Yeah, Project XJ, that's where I am too. On this here dang interwebs. Walmart villain, Canada land, huh? That's yeah. Hey, no, it's dude, I haven't eaten wheat in 20 years. So I just didn't like being sick as a kid. 25 years now. It's been a long time. Mm, Oreos are good. Or are you sorry to hear that he's in Canada? That would make more sense. Yeah. Our Canadian friends. Walmart villain, do you have an excursion? Or how did you come across uh, my channel and this stuff? If you're still here. If any of you other people are still around, uh, you should hit the like button. There's a little thumbs up button. It's right underneath the chat. And I don't know. It will help this thing grow and help get me more people in here. And I would really appreciate that. So if you could just go underneath your chat and hit the thumbs up and then come back to the chat and say hi and say where you're from, uh, that'd be awesome. I mean, Oreos. So tell me if you like Oreos. Anybody like Oreos? Anybody in the chat? Or is Oreos like a taboo thing now? I don't know. I don't know anything about. I don't follow any of the trends. The trendy thing for today is that Washington State got its first In-N-Out, so that's exciting. Too bad it's like 5 hours from me and the wrong direction when I go south. So that's kind of annoying. But we have an In-N-Out, which means they can build another one. So hopefully they keep coming north and we keep getting more In-N-Outs here in Washington State. It's a very, very exciting a thing. Oh, other question. I always got these questions rolling. Does anybody have a Twitter? I'm kind of considering getting a Twitter, and I was curious if anybody of my followers is a Twitter tweeter. It's not Twitter anymore, huh? It's X. So, yeah. Heck yes, Caleb. That's awesome. Yeah, we used to go there after shows. I was in theater. I still do theater. And we used to go there because they were open till 1. And so that was like the cool spot to hang out. And I grew up in Southern California. So um, we had In-N-Outs everywhere. We had our choice to go to In-N-Out. I know it's not the best burger in the world. It's one of the best fast food burgers, I think. Um, but it's really just about the memory and the nostalgia for me going to it. Uh, and I think it's pretty decent for a fast food place. They use a lot of real ingredients, which is pretty darn good. Oh, Prescott has one. Yeah, I'm not moving to Prescott. Sorry, Ossifer. What is up, Heresy? Because I don't think it's the best burger ever. I just, I'm just a realist, right? Like, but the people that say is better are on crack because Whataburger is garbage, and so I'm an In-N-Out person all day, and In-N-Out over Mickey D's all day. Sorry, Ossifer. I like the patch start here. Got some good ideas rolling. Let me make like a Google Drive or something that we can all share and work on the event. I've been ridiculously busy this week. Oh, that excursion suck. Yeah, yeah. I tried to do some clickbait in the title to this week, so we'll see. We'll see if that helps me at all. So far, there's not very many people in here. I also might have somebody joining me, so I can't put like the excursion chat thing up in here, and I can't run a poll or anything because they're gonna come. But the super thanks is still open, and if you pay me enough, I'll change the title. Once I post it, it says excursions don't suck. No, I won't do that. I want to try this clickbait thing and see if it works. You got to try stuff. It's like throwing darts out here in the internet world. You just throw something against the wall, see what works. Maybe the suburban guys will come and hang out. I mean, there's an excursion in the thumbnail. There's an excursion badge behind my head. The suburban guys probably won't come, huh? Some weeks we start off very quickly with a lot of people chatting and doing this stuff. And some weeks we don't. And this week is one of them. We're starting slow. Caleb, what did you use for clickbait? Did you do anything, or you just were accused of it and you really didn't do anything? Because I feel like, yeah, I think I've been accused of that too. I, people, I don't know, man. Oh, you changed the name of the video. What did you have it named? The crazy thing is like if you look at the big channels, every one of their titles is clickbait. Like if you really think about all of them, like and I like a lot of these channels, but I see Matt's things all the time, and Matt's is like, "Can we get this guy out?" or "I can't do this," and you're just like, "I know you can, and I know that in the video you're gonna get them out because I appreciate what you do, and it's great." But that they're just playing the game. Everybody's playing the game here. XJ almost goes over. Yeah. Well, on two wheels, that doesn't sound like clickbait. That sounds fine. It sounds like it almost went over. Weird. Yeah. Well, that's like me saying the rocker chop thing I did. The internet hates so much that I call it boat sides. And it's like, well, I cut it to the floor just because they're not shaped like a boat. They're pretty much gonna say it's not boat sides. Which I've been thinking about those more. I could have probably gone higher. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna try and do it again here. To to him, it was that's not almost rolled if you're only on two wheels. If you have to be no wheels almost touching the side of the Jeep to be really almost rolled. Didn't you know, Caleb? Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, people are the internet is great. I'm sure you've gotten to some of these comments now, but some of these comments that you get uh from people when you start getting some good views and stuff, just the well, we talk about it every week almost in the live to be like, what is your yeah, technically back to the frame, but they also like want them to be higher and they want it to be a full plate. Yeah, I don't know. I know the technicality of what a boat side is. I just don't know a better way to name what I did because it's not a rocker chop and it's not rock sliders. And boat side is the only thing that's kind of close to what I did. So I don't know. I like it. It works good. Except when the rocks get on top of the rock slider. Not useful then. Uh yeah. So yeah, nice and slow people coming on today. Really appreciate you guys coming on and chatting. If you are able to, I know some of you are driving and you've just turned this on. We've got we need some more likes, and we've got the super chat open, and we're just hanging out. We're gonna start talking about excursions here as we go. Well, we're always talking about excursions around this channel. Drove the excursion 250 miles today. This is some sorry ossifer in rural Pennsylvania. 373 gears, 34-inch tires, 11.2 miles per gallon. Sorry ossifer, you must have a V10. That's actually seems low still. What's the speed? What speed were you going? Like 65 or something like that? Rocker replacement? Yeah, but you call yours rock sliders. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's just rock sliders, but it's not rock sliders because I cut a bunch of the body out. So I don't know. They work really good. They hold the whole truck on its side. It's really cool. Pretty exciting. Uh, they're not to the frame. A lot of people get really mad about that. And they're like, "Oh, it's gonna bend." I'm like, I've used the snot out of these things now. Um, they're gonna get the cage is gonna go to them. So, and I think we're maybe gonna tie it back to the frame with the cage, but like that's the future for them is they're gonna get the roll cage tied into them and then probably cage to the frame with some sort of bushing so that I don't have to hard mount the whole body. That's why they're not tied to the frame because then the body would have to be hard mounted instead of having body mounts. Jason, 10 cylinders, 10 miles per gallon. You know what? You're not wrong, my friend. Surprisingly enough, guys, I don't know. Um, like, sorry, us for, dude, you should have gotten way better fuel mileage. I don't understand why you're getting, like, is your air cleaner clean and all that stuff? Because maybe I just drive with a lighter foot. I don't, like I said, this thing gets 12 at 70 miles per gallon with the 488s. And I thought it might get better with the 488s. It didn't get better with the 488s. It might have actually gotten a little worse. I used to be able to get over 12, and I really didn't see over 12 from here to Missouri and back. The 6,000-mile trip that I did in April, I really kind of didn't see 12. Ooh, yeah. Very cool, man. Not a problem with an XJ. It still gets terrible gas mileage, though. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have 10 cylinders. uh, yeah, sorry, Austin, for you. So you got the whole setup. So you got the floor pan. You've got the. Did you get like? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna like cut the floor pan right behind the front doors? Well, that's true. Kill him. Jason, you get 12, 13. See, that's. It feels like that's where the V10 should sit. This stock coming home at like 65 got, well, 15. According to the thing, I didn't actually do the hard math on it. According to the Liometer, I think it was like 15.3 or something. So 13. Maybe 14. Just 60. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, 68 seems to be the sweet spot for this one. For mine, like I said, I've seen like 12 and a half. That was with the 410s, though. I don't feel like I've seen for 12 and a half with that. Cantilever rear suspension. Yeah, that's a ton of work and a ton of moving components uh, to function properly and be reliable. That's my thoughts. Cool, though. 13 and a half. You're getting better gas mileage than the LJ does, Caleb. Yeah. Yeah, 34 is not that much bigger, but yeah, I mean it's an inch on each end, on each side. But I mean, I'm running tires that are significantly bigger than stock as well. With the V10. Yeah. No, I get that. But also like I drive through the mountains and passes and stuff and I'm getting 12. So it's not you're not that low. I'm just wondering like if there's some other factors like have you changed the air filter recently? What's your oil like? I don't know. There's always wonder because everybody talks about how bad they do and they get bad fuel mileage. And then they're like, "Will you do this?" I'm like, I get on the highway and I climb hills to go to 6,000 feet in Utah. And then I come back and I climb over the hills to come and I get 12. Like at 70 miles an hour with it always has a headwind. Somehow I am always driving into the wind when I'm driving, Bob. Uh, that's kind of so far it's curse. Uh, I have never driven anywhere in Bob for a significant amount of time without a headwind. It's terrible. So, yeah, I don't know. I just drive it like a grandma when I'm off the highway. Okay, so you're just doing the tunnel essentially is what you're doing. You're just doing the transmission tunnel. Yeah, I'm curious about that because I don't understand. There's been a lot of people that have done the swap, and I still haven't. You're the first person that's really talked about doing the floor pan. So I'm just curious. Like, I don't know if I ever end up doing it, I'm gonna try and put it in there without doing the floor pan, and then if I need to do the floor pan, I'll say you were right, and I'll start cutting. Or maybe that's what these guys have done is they've just started cutting and made stuff differently. I don't know. I'd be curious to see some pictures when you get it all stripped out of there. Um, if you could set the new floor pan right on top of what's there, I'd be curious to see what's different in it. Yeah, see, yeah, there were some people that were telling me I was going to get better mileage with the gears too, and I didn't get any better mileage with my gears. So, Jason said that he has a parts excursion with the 430s in it, so the big tow kit, um, um, big towing kit or whatever it was, uh, and the V10, and he said people were telling him it gets better fuel mileage. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, Project XJ. That's a nice way to be. It's crazy. So I actually live at the lowest elevation that I have ever lived right now. I live at 500 feet above sea level, and I grew up 15 miles from the ocean as the crow flies in Southern California, and we were at 1,300 feet. See, I don't know what the V10 wants at speed though, because I don't I don't want to have it singing at 2,700. That everybody's like 538s for 40s. Well, 538s for 40s is 2,700 RPM plus at 70 miles an hour. And that is like that's a lot of RPM. Autocorrect. Um I really like, but I mean I do agree it's still a little low. I'm sitting at like 2,400 right now at 70 68 with the 488s. And then when it downshifts, it goes to 3,400 and it has plenty of power to climb mostly anything. In Colorado, it still struggled. If you were in Colorado and you were thinking about running bigger gears or having to tow trailers over those passes, I would put the deepest gears I possibly could in there. 5280. Yeah, yeah, Caleb, you're up there. That's I lived at 5 for a while in Cedar City, Utah, and that was it's really fun to live at a low elevation because your vehicles are like way more fun to drive. Like my LJ is so much more fun to drive here in Washington than it was in Utah. It was a dog. So big fan. Got some more folks looking on. Appreciate you guys coming in here. If you have any questions about Ford Excursions, if you want to argue with the title of this video, just comment it down in the comments. If you want to hit the like button, I would also really appreciate that. Super chat is open. Goal for today, $70. Easy goal. You can do that between like 7 people, and it's really cheap. Easy peasy. Yep. Elevation. Elevation is crazy. That usable air and that actually oxygen rated air uh, really does change an engine. Yeah, I get that. Sorry, Ossifer. My question is though, is there is room down in there. I'm just really curious to see what that floor pan looks like sitting right on top of the Excursion factory floor pan. I, I'm not questioning the fact that it's taller. I 100% agree. Like I haven't sent them side by side. I haven't really looked at a ZF6, just a transmission. But like I totally understand that it's taller. I'm just curious how much different that floor pan is, and like is it something that a hammer can take care of? 6.0 cruises along nicely at 80 when it runs. 2050 RPMs. Altitude makes it run warmer. Interesting. You're fine. Sorry, Oscar. Um, the altitude makes your 6 liter run warmer, huh? I don't know that it makes my 7.3 one run warmer. It makes maybe the EGTs a little bit warmer. Maybe. I don't know, because the turbo's spooling more. And so, yeah. Gad. I'm sorry, man. I made the joke and I didn't even know that you were already being, hit right now with it in the shop. I just have to. Every time somebody says something about a 6.0, I have to make the joke. It's just, yeah. Lars, you're in here. You gonna go to bed, man? Thank you for hanging, saying hi, uh, and watching later. This is not that exciting, Lars. You don't need to watch later, man. It's all good. What's going on with the old 6 liter right now, Gad? Guys, I said at the beginning, I don't know if you guys saw it. Oh, it's still not charging. Uh YouTube Live takes phone battery like crazy. And so I've been using a charger and hooked up. So I've got this new fast charger thing. It's like a 4 watt, and my phone still has not increased battery percentage. It has been sitting at 77% since I started. So that's pretty exciting. Uh, I don't know, man. Yeah, see, that's the thing with the V10 that's crazy is that the stock gearing. So stock at 70 miles an hour. I took a picture of it. Bob was right at 2 grand, like just like Gad was saying, and my 7.3 is right there too. It's right at 2,2100. Um, and so actually with the 488s and 40s, I am deeper geared than a stock V10. Oh, interesting, Gad. Yeah, those. Hmm, how many miles are on it? Uh, yeah, wild that they can gum up a turbo. And I need to put a turbo in the truck. That's the next thing. My 7.3 has the factory turbo still, uh, which only has 348,000 miles on it. I mean, it's new, just broken in. Uh, yeah, I was told by some people. They're like, I don't know how you have that turbo still rolling, and they were like, you must not idle very much. It's like, yeah, I don't idle. Turbo was less than 10K. Um, huh? Why is it got? Why is it holding oil and getting sticky? This is the scary part. Scary part of 6 liter ownership. Uh, that's weird. Yes, hit the like button for that poor algorithm. Yes, indeed. Thumbs up. Thumbs it to the uppity. Smoky Creep Outdoors. How you doing today? Good to see you in here again. Um, yeah, Project XJ. Apparently, I just talk about and and I don't put any miles on it, so it stays the same. No, I do put miles on it. It's just like every time I get in it, it either goes and puts the boat in the water during the summer, or I get in it and I drive 700 miles. That's what it is. I get that, Gad. Yeah, you gotta drive that baby more. I know, 10 watching right now. And there's 5 likes. There's 5 thumbs up. So we'll hold it out for the complete disappointment and get some more here. Smoky Creek Outdoors. That is a 2000 Ford Excursion. That's on 40s. That is boat sided ish, and it's also bobbed. It's the only bobbed 4-door excursion in the world. Because the 2-door, and I think it started its life as an excursion. I don't know. There's an orange 2-door that was like at SEMA and all that stuff, and I just noticed, and I've seen pictures of it like my whole life because they built it in like 0203 or something, and uh, um, the O2, sorry, the orange two-door, and that one's bobbed, and it might be bobbed very similar distance that I bob. I don't know where that truck is. I would love to find that truck. That orange two-door that was slammed to the ground. I want it really bad. So, if that exists and anybody knows where it is, I want it. Gad, what did I do to the rear suspension? As far as what? Well, I guess I can just tell you. The rear suspension is stock springs, but I took apart the pack and I took out the uh I took out the overload springs. The Excursion has that overload spring with the little bumper on it. Took that out, and then I took the bottom two leaves out of the pack. Uh, when I shackle flipped it, so I flipped the shackle over on it, and then I went and wheeled it, and I bent the springs a little bit, and then I put the bottom two back in, and now it's perfect. Let me, since there's some of us here, I'll flip the camera around. I'll show you bobbed in layman's terms. Bob means I took 12 inches out of the back and welded the back on. So, uh, so there's, you can see this kind of bumps and seams. This stripe is about the distance that I took out. So the fuel door on this truck on the other side is right here on top of the wheel. And this rear overhang is not right. Shackle flip, yeah, it gives you a little bit more of the old flex. So I'll show you down in here. So the factory shackle on these trucks goes up. And so the PMF makes that bracket that you can flip the shackle and put it down. Gives me more down travel. You can see I've got the leaf springs though pretty flat, which is what I want. That's what you want for off-roading. It's pretty flat leaf springs. Because then you get up travel and you get down travel out of the leaf. And people are gonna get mad about this, but yeah. Um there's I don't want to say 19 inches of travel, but that's like kind of what it is. When you jack one tire up, like on the CTI trailer, and it's raising one tire up, that like one tire will go up 19 inches before this tire comes off the ground. The other tire comes off the ground. So, uh, yeah, pretty cool. Sorry, Oscar, you said you may be getting better because of that. So you're right, except I was getting that 12 miles per gallon with the 410s. And that I was at like 2000 RPMs, 1900 at 70. No, it was 2100. That's what it was. Because I gained 300 RPMs with the 488s. And so, yeah, I don't know. This truck has just seemed to get decent fuel mileage since I've gotten it. I I'm very happy about that. When I set out to build an excursion like this, the the initial plan and the initial idea, like I was when I started building this, I was like, I'm gonna be so stoked about 10 miles per gallon. And the fact that it's pushing 12 and can get over 12 sometimes is incredible to me. On the trail, this truck gets absolutely terrible fuel mileage, like 2 to 4 miles per gallon on the trail. It's very bad. Um, so it's a lot more expensive to go wheeling now. You see 7 on the trail, or you see 7 towing or something. Yeah, it's bad. Hey, if you're in here and you have not hit the like button, you should do that. I would really, really appreciate it. Just in here talking about Ford Excursions with some people. Any question you have for Ford Excursions, I am super happy to answer. Uh, just post it down in the chat. Would love to answer that. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, I would really, really appreciate that. It's like a little button underneath your chat or something. There it is right there. We hit number 7. Uh, and I would appreciate that. Also, we are doing an excursion event. If you're a Ford Excursion owner, and you want to come and hang out with other Ford Excursion owners, possibly some from other countries that are going to ship their vehicles here, Fabio, um, you should check it out. It's on my Facebook page. You go to Geese 4x4 and you go uh, under there, under the events, you'll see that there is an event that is the Ford Excursion event. It is in April of next year, April 9th through the 12th, and it is at Maris Adventure Park in Texas. We're going to do all kinds of things. I'm kind of throwing around the idea of a little bit of a swap meet type thing. What do you guys think about that? You're my followers. Let's talk about the event a little bit. Swap meet, maybe a vendor show, car shows for sure, showing off the excursions, nightly talks. I don't know, maybe just walk arounds. I have no idea. I am trying to gather information and get ideas and also put all this together in my free time between 6 jobs. It's great. It's going together. It's going to be awesome. And so if you have any ideas for the event, please let me know. And yeah. Uh, Jason Hartfield says, I thought the 7.3 got 40 miles per gallon according to the internets. And Jason, you are so correct. I mean, the internet never lies. And so I actually think that that 40 number, though, is for a 6 liter because the 6 liter boys are always telling me how good a fuel mileage they get. So I completely forgot about that. Sorry, Ossifer. I need to do that. Did you send me the link to that YouTube channel on email or did you just tell me about it? I forget. Yes, on a swap meet. People like that idea. Yeah, I got a bunch of interior parts to sell. Mechanics tent. Talk to me about that, Project XJ. What do you want from that? Like, so that we can all help people wrench? Is that the idea? What is the idea behind that? It's a kind of an interesting idea. Yeah. Go further on that idea, Caleb. On your 6 liter? Gad, that is not bad. Gad, where do you live? Free bobbing. Yeah, somebody's gonna need to bring a lot of stuff. Man, poor 6 liters. They just love the service department. It's just their favorite place. Ricardo. Yeah, Ricardo. It's the same seat. Success Motors. Uh, sorry, Oscar. Send me a link. I will do my best to look at that. Oh, you got a 250. Where do you take that to get? So, Gadget, I grew up I was born in Riverside and grew up in Marion, Temecula. Uh, there's a great shop if you need anything. Um, and both the mechanics that own the shop drive 6 liters and they've had them for a long time. I think they still have them probably. Uh, it's SoCal Truck Works and it's in Riverside. So not too far from you. And it's those guys are great. They are yeah, some of the best diesel mechanics that I've ever been around. And I got to grow up with them, so it's pretty cool. They were the only ones to touch my 7.3 Excursion until it hit like I don't know, 250,000 miles. So yeah, Gad, it's okay that you don't have an Excursion. We'll only make fun of you a lot for that. So come up with your best jokes for Gad because he doesn't have an Excursion in the comment section. And Project XJ, interesting idea. I like the idea. I I want to I want to dive into it. I want to figure out maybe a shop would sponsor that or something. Maybe we could find a local shop that would sponsor because the problem is going to be getting tools there for people. Like I don't like I carry tools, but I don't have enough tools to like I don't know. I guess we could help people install like lights or easier things like that. I also don't want to be there working the whole time. Um, but I do like the idea. Interesting. Hmm. Need to write that down. My phone's currently being live. Um, I'm gonna write it down. Give me a second. Okay, I said possibly a work tent to do upgrades slash repairs. I like that idea. I wrote it down. What else are we talking about? Well, Ricardo wanted to know if an expedition seats fits, and yes, same era expedition though. They changed the expedition. Ricardo, I don't know if you're still here. That was a while back. They changed the expedition body style. I'm talking the round body expeditions. The round body expeditions rear seats are the same, I think. Yeah, I do. I do really like the idea, Caleb. I think, yeah, exactly, and showing people how to do some things. I think that there's a lot of power in that, and I love doing it. I mean, obviously, you love it too. You got a YouTube channel too. That's what my YouTube channel is about: is giving people the confidence to work on their own vehicle, and you know, oh, this is what he did, and I can do that too, type thing. So I'm just a normal dude. I've got some decent tools, but I don't have the most expensive tools, and I don't have. Um, I got the cheapest welder I could buy, and I built a truck. It's kind of cool. So, so yeah. What else we got? Ideas for the excursion event, Ford Excursion questions, Ford Excursion remarks, anger, um, hatred for me. It's only on Facebook. Facebook hates me. Uh, More likes for this video. Would also love that. Jason needs some headlights. Um, Looks like Alpha Rex or somebody. That looks like the nicest headlight, but it ain't cheap. I would want 10 out of 10, and people are buying them, and I keep telling them the same thing. Not suggest the lights that I put in Bob. They're terrible. They look awesome, but they don't really put out light like you expect a headlight to do. You know, you're like, I want light, not these ones. Um, there are some guys though that like retrofit to LEDs and stuff. There's a guy called Baja LED Retrofit, I think is what he's called, on Instagram. And I've talked to him about possibly putting his units in my lights. And he said he can do it. It's just still it's worth the money, but it's still expensive to have him do it. And I don't have the money. So 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 yeah, got that going for me. Uh and yeah, I wish I had a great suggestion for headlights. I It's crazy. People probably people hate the headlights of the white truck. They're like, you got to do something about the headlights of the white truck, and they don't understand that the oxido LED bulb that is in there with the amber yellowish fog lights. That truck has some of the best headlights out of everything that I own. This is the Excursion Channel LDZ. Yeah, I just titled it something to get some clickbait or some rage bait happening, and it's really not working. We really don't have that many people in here. Not enough thumbs up, and we're just sitting here chilling, talking to a few people. That's great. That's great, Caleb. I think that I'm gonna let you in a little secret here. I'm pretty sure the needles don't move. I think they're just a warm, cold thing. Oh, oh, you had a Centurion LDZ? That's freaking awesome. Yeah, the temp gauges just seem like they don't move. Except my brother's 02, I saw it move one time. I've never ever seen any of my excursion temp gauges move. That is freaking rad, LDZ. Do you still have that Centurion or no? Yeah. I'm glad you found us. Glad you found the live, man. Obviously, I didn't do a good job with the title because you were like, "Is this the guy? Why is he saying excursions suck?" Um, but yeah, I'm here. Oh, that's a bummer, man. Yeah, I would love to have one of those Centurions. Those, I mean, they're old school and they have all the problems with the old school stuff, but they're cool. 50, you sold it for 15K? Yeah, you're not doing bad. What engine was in it, LDZ? Also, LDZ just like came in here and took over the number 2 crown. We have a crown here. Uh, we have crowns for whoever comments the most. And so, like, LDZ came in here and went bam, 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 took up the number 2 crown right off the bat. Um, a 460 in it. That's sick. Interesting. Sorry, Ossifer. Interesting. Yeah, if we get, I need to have like a contest and stuff and get a design for a shirt, and then everybody can buy shirts. That would be sweet. What's comforting, Caleb? The fact that it had a 460 in it? Yeah, if it had a 7.3 in it, you wouldn't have sold it, right, LDZ? What engine's in your Excursion? Is this coming through smooth? On my end, it is looking jumpy. Like my head bounces. Is it coming through clean, or am I coming through like my internet sucks? Is that why my stream is not doing well today? Normally we have a lot of people in these streams. V10. That's all right. I so I own both LDZ, which you may or may not know. I have a 7.3 and I have a V10. The 7.3 I has been in my family since it was brand new. It's not smooth. Well, that is really annoying. Can you hear me well? Um yeah, so I have a 7.3 and a V10. Um well, Caleb says I'm coming through smooth. So I think that's what he's responding to. Yeah, I have a 7.3 and a V10. And I've owned the 7.3 since new. And so I always look down on the V10s. And then I bought one. And I am so impressed by it because it's very capable and it does good things. Um, but it works a lot harder. But it does everything that the 7.3 does. It just works harder. So I don't think it's a terrible motor. I love the sound. I think it's a great motor for off-roading. And uh yeah, I really like this truck with the V10 in it. I'm very happy with my decision to buy a V10 and chop it up and build an off-road truck out of it. It was solid. Thank you for subscribing, LDZ. Appreciate that. Uh I need 2 more. I need a 5.4 and a 6-liter. Fully built for what, LDZ? Are you an off-road guy or towing, or what do you do with it? Are you coming to the event, LDZ? Have you heard about the event? We're doing an excursion event in Texas, um, and so it's a nice drive for everybody. It's 26 hours for me. Um, it's April 9th to the 12th. If you go to my Facebook page and go to events, you will see an event called the Excursion Event, and that is the event. April 9th through the 12th, Maris Adventure Park in Texas. LDZ, that's okay. You actually have the shortest drive of anybody at a corner of the state or of the states. You guys from like San Diego is like 16 hours, so you can do that in a day. Just send her. Just get on the 40 and bounce your way over there. It's gonna be bouncy. It's terrible. The 40 is maybe the worst highway in the country. It's bad. Um, but yeah, I am in Washington State, so I grew up in Southern California though. Yes, FreedomWorks does. Jammin Seat, I believe is his alias name. I don't know that that's his name. I have no idea. Um, but he has built a really nice truck that wheels. And by wheels, I mean like he's not rock crawling. He's running stuff in Colorado. It's just they're not forest roads, but they're not like hard. Um, I just the amount of work, and he did a lot of work to that truck so that it's much quicker and the turbo spool's really nice and everything. Um, and the amount of work that my 7.3 does to do something like that in low RPMs, I just don't want to hear the turbo like that all day long. And um, this truck was 3 grand, not 10, so I could cut it up. Thank you for hanging out, LDZ. Appreciate the subscribe, and hopefully you have followed on some other platforms as well. Like I said, feel free to reach out with any questions, and thanks for swinging by. I'm here every week, same amount, same time, every week. So if you want to come hang out, I do kind of agree, Caleb. What I want though is I want somebody, I want people. Here's what I want to do. There's only 10 people in here, so I can tell you guys this, and somebody won't beat me to it. Maybe I want a two. I told you this. I think I want a two-wheel drives 5.4, and I want to slam it and make it cool, and it'll be awesome. Louisville. You got an interesting question here saying, does a torque converter on this 0301 Excursion have a lot of issues? Says losing speed, going up any small grade, scared to go in any crazy grades. Crash, what is up? Louis, are your RPMs going up and your speed going down, or are you losing RPMs as well when you're slowing down? Like, is it like the transmission is slipping, or is it just because you don't have it tuned and you're towing a really big load or something? Also, are you towing? Are you towing with your overdrive off? There's a whole lot of factors here. So let's keep diving into this issue, Louis. Love the question though. Thank you for asking. Let's get this figured out. I agree. Sorry, Ossifer. I also think that a two-wheel drive 5.4 Excursion would be just fine. You guys have to realize that the Expedition with the 5.4 in it is not a not a light vehicle. I don't know how heavy they are, but they're not that light. And they're pretty quick actually with the Expedition. Both go down. So Louis, you are climbing a hill and you seeing RPMs going down. S. Myers, what is up, buddy? Um, so your torque converter is probably not slipping. I don't know that this has anything to do with the torque converter. Um, that being said, I don't have a great answer for you on what to look at either. Um, my thought would be take it to a nice reputable diesel shop. I don't know where you're located. Um, but if you could find a good diesel shop, it's a 7.3, so it doesn't have spark plugs to misfire. Um, there's something going on that it's losing power if you're losing RPM, and uh, it obviously shouldn't do that. Yeah, S. Myers, you're getting it wrapped. That's awesome, man. Crash just joined. What did you just join, my friend? Oh yeah, you missed the fact that it was a 7.3. Yeah. Um, Yeah, it's hard to make no spark plugs misfire though. I mean, it's really fun. um, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of an interesting slowing down, going up a grade type thing. I mean, are you towing heavy? Are we doing some like massive towing, Louis, or what are we doing? Yeah, how much is that wrap going to cost you, S. Myers? That's Crash is asking in the comments. Feels like the wrap now is almost as expensive as paint, um, but I would say like it's more protective at some points, but that it's less protective age wise. Hey guys, if you're in here and you have not hit the thumbs up button, I need you to do that. We don't have enough thumbs up today, and so I just need that. Louis, so the sound you were probably hearing was the turbo. Um, and were you towing it with the overdrive off? So the little light on the end of the shift lever, was that on? So it was only in third gear. And then is the 7.3 tuned at all? Because if you're towing a heavy load, uh, it's gonna slow down going up hills if it's stock. It's just gonna. And honestly, even if it's tuned and upgraded a bit, like you're not just gonna blow up hills. It's especially if you're not with the overdrive off. Um, sorry, Ossifer asked, instead of wrapping it, have you considered plastic dipping it? A lot cheaper than getting it wrapped and is repairable. Yeah, the plastic dip is an interesting thing. It really doesn't seem to stick as well as they advertise. Oh, you're in Redlands? Yeah, dude. That's the like one of the best diesel shops that I know. SoCal Truck Works with an X. It's in Rubidoux, or not, maybe not necessarily Rubidoux. It's on, what is the name of that street? I cannot think of the name of the street. Um, but right outside of Rubidoux, in outside Riverside, they would be. Um, they, like I said, they're Jim and Dana are who own that. I do believe they still own it. Um, and they are some of the smartest diesel guys I've ever met. And they, like I said, they worked on my 7.3. They worked on my family's 3 7.3s and our fleet of 7.3s for 20 years. Um, they're some of the best in the business. So tell them that Bryce Goslin sent you. PS5 Riz, what up? But yeah, Louis, that would be who I would go talk to, if especially if you're in Redlands. It's worth the drive, 100%. I used to drive from Temecula to get work down there. We were down there. I know it's different now because you have more traffic, but you're not that far in Redlands. You're not far enough to not go see Jim and Dana. If you have not hit the like button on this, you should. We also have the super chat open if anybody wants to donate to the old geek here. Little low last couple weeks in the donations. Love you guys, and I'm loving getting to know you on this live. Also, trying to get the donations rolling on the lives a little bit and keep this thing going. Yep, Herba Valley. Yep. As I say, it's like it's not Rubidoux, but it is Rubidoux and all that. But yeah, Louis, that's if you're close, man, that's the spot. And if you want to do anything to the truck, they're the guys that do it too. You can tune a truck in California. So Banks has everything EPA approved. So you can do a ton of work to that 7.3 and make it a monster and still pass your smog in California. Mine passed smog with the Banks kit on it when I lived there. It was smogged once before I moved. So sorry, Ossifer. You are correct for the second gen expedition. The first gen expedition had like an E4 ODO in it, and so it was still a 4 speed. So, and like I said, I've driven one of those. I built one of those. So I didn't think it was a slouch. It was not fast, but it was like, oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, this or like a sprayable plastic dip. They did crash. The Banks 6A exhausts. I called them like 3 months after their machine broke, and then I figured they weren't going to fix it. And I had saved up for a year to pay for the exhaust, and I wanted a Banks kit, and I couldn't do it. Yeah, yeah, 2,000 pounds lighter. That is crazy. The frame and stuff, that that's such a big difference. But sorry, for again, that is the next generation of Expedition versus what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the OG with the non three valve, the a two valve 5.4 in the round body Expeditions. Yeah. So Crash, he's sorry, Oscar is responding to you down there in the comments. It's you can actually buy this like sprayable. It's called Plasti Dip, and you can spray it on stuff. Um, and actually do all these things. So yeah, Alex, I just saw you, so I added you in. Um, no, it's not just for underneath. It's like people are painting their wheels with this, and then you can actually like peel it off, and that's the problem with it. So essentially, it's like a spray-on vinyl wrap. Essentially, not as thick, and um, some different things, but yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think they have come a long way with the Plasti Dip. It's kind of an interesting, like, I don't know, interesting deal. I also have seen where like Plasti Dip just wears though, and it gets hard and starts peeling, or it changes color because of the time or whatever. It's just not as thick of a thing as your vinyl. Ooh, ball joints, fun job. I deleted the ball joints on this truck, and it's really nice. Big fan of ball joint deletes. If you want to spend all kinds of money and get rid of them. Yeah, what brand did you go with, Crash? Doesn't take any hit. Oh, yeah, the Blasty Dip will not take hits from rocks. No, Bedliner apparently will take hits from rocks. Everybody's like, you need a Bedliner bot. I hate the look of Bedliner trucks, people. You'll never see that. I also had a guy this week tell me that I need to change the grill really bad, and I also hate. I really, really like the Excursion grill. We talk about this every other week or so, but there's something cool about the Excursion grill. Ball joint delete kit, gad. Essentially, so a ball joint is like this, right? And it can go every direction. But in a solid axle, a ball joint does not need to go every direction. Ball joints are made essentially for independent suspension. And so a delete, essentially, I put a sleeve in the axle, C, I think is where it is. And there is a stud that goes through it and a bearing. So all my ball joint can do now is this. It can't do any of this movement. All it can do is turn. So it gives it a stronger setup because it's all pressed in there now. And yeah, Spicer are good. I've heard some good things about that. You can weld the sleeve in. American Iron makes a kit that you don't need to weld it in, so it's not welded in. Mine is a aluminum sleeve with a changeable bearing in it, and I can press the sleeve back out too. Um, but the way so I just did one on a Gladiator, and the Gladiators were both pressed from the bottom from the factory, and then American Iron made it to where you press the top one in from the top and the bottom one in for the bottom. So you can't rip that knuckle off the Gladiator anymore, which is super cool. I can't remember on the Excursion. I think that it's the same way. I think that with everything put together, I can't rip the knuckle out as easily anymore. Yeah, there's a video on it. It was about September of last year. I think, is when it was. And yeah, it's I don't know, I really like it. I'm very, very happy with it. And then, like I said, I just put one on last month, of my friend's Gladiator and the Raid Racing Knuckles and stuff to make it really nice and kind of a cool thing. Yeah, no, exactly. And it's also an interesting, like, they only give it like a 30,000 mile warranty for a ball joint delete versus the fact that everybody, we've all run ball joints for 100,000 miles. So um, I think that's kind of interesting. A lot of people say they don't drive well on the road. I haven't noticed a difference at all. So exactly, Crazy Haze. That is, or Crash. A lot of times if it ain't broke, don't fix it and repair what's bad. Yeah, 200,000 for Fords. Yeah, that's about. I think mine. Yeah, I don't remember if I replaced them before or not. I replaced them at 300 though, just to do everything. Like when I got to 300, it was like time for an or AC compressor because it will seize up. Time for uh all the belt tensioner and pulley and all that stuff. And then what else did I replace at 3 that I was like, this needs to happen? Ball joints, wheel bearings, uh, just that type of stuff. Radiator cracked. Bummer. Bummer, bummer. Time to go to Ford. Pay lots of money. Be really exciting. What else we got today in this here chat? Chattabo. NC Shooter, what up? Yeah, dude, you're gonna be impressed. I'm super happy with the Scylla Slider. I have it. I mean, this truck, it's the whole roof, and then inside of every door, and then the floor in the back and up the walls and everything. And I did inside the rear doors too. I was surprised at how much I gained from doing inside of the doors. So I actually have more on the counter. A different brand that sent me some from Amazon that I'm going to put on the inside of the doors on my white truck, and hopefully that'll quiet it down a little bit. Split on the top. Yeah, I have Moog wheel bearings. They've been great. Heard good things about Mishimoto stuff. I've also heard bad things about them. So be careful with it. Make sure you look at it really close before you install it, because I think I've heard some people installing those and then them having issues like right out of the box. So just look it over. So yeah, NC Shooter. I hope that you get the results you're hoping for. Said I don't really know. I haven't done all the insulation in the back of the 7.3, so it's been a while since you bought the radiator crash. Yeah, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. We need another thumbs up here to even the amount of people that are hanging out. If you are in here and you have not hit that thumbs up button, you need to do that. And also, we have the old super chat open, so you guys are more than, you know, obligated. Just kidding. More than welcome to donate. Like I said, my goal was $70 today. Something be great. And yeah, we're just hanging out, talking. It was you, Crash. That did what? Oh, you hit the thumbs up. Heck yeah, we got the 12th. Can we get a lucky number 13? Lucky number 13, everybody. So yeah. Um cool, Crash. Well, it sounds like you're doing a ton of work, man. And sounds like you are making that truck really nice. So good for you. Crash, have you and everybody in here heard about the event that I am planning? Um, I am working on an event for excursion owners, excursions only, uh, in Texas next year. And I, yeah, if you haven't heard about it, go to my Facebook page, Geeks 4x4, and then go to events, and you'll be able to go in and you'll see the excursion event. It's for April 9th through the 12th next year. And try and get as many excursions there as possible. We're going to start looking at the Guinness Book of World Record if we get enough of them together. I don't know how many were in the factory together, but we're going to do all this stuff. Project XJ, you're off until next week. Dude, how'd you swing that? That's awesome. NC Shooter, it does just fine. Yeah, it doesn't really care that the boat exists. That boat is actually super light. So it's like a 19-foot Stingray. And the Stingrays are known for their lightweight hulls. And so that boat weighs like 2,500 pounds. So the white truck doesn't even feel it. So yeah, I've had that boat a couple years now. Towed it all over the place. Just great. I just made the videos to try and get people to do things. That's the interesting thing about the internet, right? Try and make things seem harder than they are. It's not. Caleb, are you gonna be working on your new XJ for the next extra 3 days you have off? 2 days you have off? What else we got, guys? What else you have going on in your life in the chat? Hit me up. NC Shooter, no, I have not done that on either of the trucks, actually. I think on the 7.3 though, it would be a good idea. I think to pull the carpet back a little bit and to put some on the firewall would be a really good idea. Crash, it is at Maris Adventure Park in Texas. It's right outside of Amarillo. And it's pretty much the most central location you can get in the United States. It's like almost 20, and I'm not all the way on the coast over here, but it's like 26 hours, 25 hours from me in Washington State. So that means it's like 28 from the coast. And then it's like 27 from Florida down there, way down. And then it's like Miami. And then 26 or something from way up north in the northeast corner. 13. See, you're close. It won't. That's gonna be better for me. I'm gonna be in Moab the week before, so I'm just gonna shoot down there. It'll only be 10 hours or so from Moab, and that's nicer. And then the way back will be the long drive, but it'll be worth it. Be a good time. I will have Bob. I'm doing it on 40. So anybody that complains about the distance, and fuel mileage and stuff, I'm doing it on a V10 with 40s. So, and a 23-gallon gas tank. So nobody gets to complain. I'm kidding. You can complain. Crash, where are you based out of? And also, since you guys are in here, what we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. What are things you want to see at this event? Like, what is going to make you be like, I have to come to this event? Ah, Midwest, cool. That's awesome. Coming from the other direction, love that. I'm not expecting you to 100% come, just so you know. But I also would love it if you came. Yeah, you should go to the event page on that Facebook page is kind of going to be my hub to put everything into as far as all the info. I do have a big email list if you haven't signed up for that. You should. I think there's a link in that event. Maybe not. I don't know. The Facebook event will get it too if you're not on the email list. It's not a big deal. And so I need to email the email list. I need to email the email list about the email that I'm going to email them. I don't have a Discord. I have heard about Discord though. Yeah, I know some people aren't. The thing with Facebook is that there is like a massive excursion community on Facebook, and that's why it's just easy to have it on Facebook. There are 10 excursion club type pages on Facebook, and with like close to 100,000 members total, which is wild, or maybe over 100,000 members if you total them all up. So yeah, well, again, you can email me too, Crash, and I can put you on an email list if you want to be on an email list. I get it. People don't love all the platforms. Also, if you follow me here, I'm going to be talking about it. Like I'm be talking about it for the next 6 months to get everybody there. See, so you can just join the event. It's not a big deal. That's what most of us are on Facebook for, honestly. It's marketplace. Um, other event that's coming up is Trail Hero, guys. And if you have an off-road truck, uh, and it's less about everybody, it's an off-road event. Um, there is off-roading at Maris, so we're going to be doing some wheeling, but it's the event is not based around off-roading. Trail Hero is a off-road event that happens in southern Utah, and that is the end of September. And uh, and so if you guys want to come wheel with me there is a coupon code if you're going to buy trails. It is Geek25 on the Trail Hero site. And I got to get you guys to sign up for my ride on Friday. I don't have very many people signed up, and I don't want them to cancel that. So make that happen. Oh, Crash, you found the door code. Nice. That's awesome. What? Where is it in the Diag tool? Like you have just like one of the normal scanners, or what do you have? But yeah, you can pull it up. The Ford dealer, that's what they do, is they pull it up in there. Is it in like the body module thing, or where is it? I just typed this one in. The reason I'm asking is because I just typed this one in and I found one that I'm sure somebody else put on it. Um, and so I found a code that works, but it's not the factory code because I can't add another code to it. So it's somebody else's code, and I already went through the like half the sheet to find the code, and I don't want to go through it again. Launch, is that the name of your scan tool? Wonder if my cheap free Amazon ones will do it. Probably not. What else we got, guys? We still got some people in here. Love to just be chatting about the excursion. Bring me some questions. Let's do the thing. Launch 19 or 919E. Never heard of it. I have an Ancel. Way too much money. I don't pay for that crap. Or Anchel, I don't know, Ancel. They the yeah. Somebody sent it to me to do a review. I'm not very impressed with it. I can't figure out how to use it. I hate scanners. They suck. Not a fan. I like a really simple one that doesn't have an online thing and everything. That's awesome, man. Yeah, if you're tinkering with one, you got things going on, then yeah, obviously you need to have a scanner. I yeah. Antel or is it a C or is it a oh, you have to pay yearly. See, you should come use this one I have down here, Alex. I don't think you had to pay yearly because I didn't sign up for anything. But they also could have sent it to me with the thing on already. But it's like it'll read ABS codes and do all the stuff. So, and I can't figure out how to use it. So you should come figure it out. Uh, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yearly stuff sucks. I have another one that's hanging over there that I haven't used because it's yearly. Uh, then I have that one, and then I just got another one that is like a moo car or something. Um, and the no, it's not moo car. The new one I got, it reads live data and it doesn't have a subscription or anything like that. Read the code, read the live data, no subscription. That's the one I threw in here. That's the one I wanted. The other one is like, ooh, this is a lot of stuff. Um, stock mono beam. What a freaking nightmare wading through the TTB stuff. I know, man. Um, Crash. I have never actually owned a two-wheel drive Excursion. I need to. It's on my list. Um, and I need to understand it. I'm probably going to TTB swap it if I really end up with a two-wheel drive one. No, I want a slam one. I want one to be on the ground. It's four-wheel drive with a mono beam. You mean a Dana 50 solid axle? I don't know what you're talking about with that because the Excursion came with a 50. Yeah, I'm not an audio person, but yeah, yeah, I want one to be on the ground. It's a guy Big Brown. Yeah, but the Dana 50 is not like a. It's not a really rare, hard to find part for axle. It's a 60. The outers are 60. So everything you're buying for the outers is all Dana 60 stuff. The only thing that's different is the ring and pinion are 44 size essentially. Yep. Yeah, so look up Big Brown uh crash on Instagram and stuff, and he's a guy Arizona Axle Draggers. He's in Arizona. I think it's sick. Alex, what are you trying to share? Yeah, but yes, essentially crash. That's what I just like I kind of want to do like the mini truck ish thing with an Excursion. I think that would be fun. Oh, you're like way deep in it. You pulled the carrier out. Yeah, so you know all the dumb. There's like a lot of little stuff that's a little bit different in the 50. I fixed that in this truck. This truck has a 60 in it. So, uh this it has a 60 with 4 link in it. Yikes. Yeah, inner seals no fun. I got to do the inner seals. Well, it's kind of stopped leaking now. Uh, but mine has been leaking for a couple years on the other truck. I can't. I think it's so dumb. You got to pull the freaking axles out to do the inner seals. Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's a link to the excursion event. If you are having a hard time finding it, uh, the family man just or family man, yeah, family man just put it in there. Oh, Trucker Tom, that is not good news, my friend. No fun at all. It's probably an injector cup. A lot of times the cups start leaking, and they will hydrolock them. Um, Hopefully it's good though. Just get them out of there. Just get the injectors out of there and turn it over, and figure out where your leak is. Fix it up. 7.3 is probably fine. Yeah, that's too bad, Tom. That's a lot of work to fix. A lot of work. Not good. Not good at all. But yeah, the injector cups do start leaking. Yeah, basically, yeah. When you do injectors on these trucks, you're supposed to turn them over before you start putting the new injectors in anyway, um, because they'll get oil down in the cylinders when you're doing injectors. Also, family main with the Trail Hero stuff as well. Pretty awesome. Thanks, Alex, uh, for making this happen. Um, and yeah, if you guys want to sign up for Trail Hero, you totally should. It's going to be a great time. Pure off road event though. If you're not an off road guy and you don't want to scratch your stuff, I think I'm going to put in the description of that trail that I'm hoping if you're going to bring an excursion that you have rock sliders. So if you don't have rock sliders, I don't want to be responsible for the sheet metal. It's going to use them probably. I don't, unless you're like a billion-inch lift, I guess, which a lot of guys are. If you love that feeling, you can do it. Hate that feeling. Praying lot princess. I like that better, actually. I like that better than parking lot princess. I think we should change it to praying lot princess. Be better. Yeah, that's no bueno, Crash. And you learn the hard way that Motorcraft's Ford stuff really likes Motorcraft parts. Yeah, freaking loves them. I don't know what the deal is, but something about Fords. They just need a Motorcraft part. You're gonna swap a 7.3 to a essentially it's a V10, right? 2009 to 2014 250. What engine is that, Tom? Oh, uh yeah, so that would be a V10 or the 6.2. Six is it a 6.2 maybe? The V8? Hammer Wrench, man, I have watched some of your videos. Good to come on here. Good to see you on here. I didn't know you sold your excursion. That's too bad. You should buy another one. I mean, easy. Just get on Facebook Marketplace, go fly somewhere, buy somebody's junk, and drive it home. Yeah, man. I do like the V10, guys. I agree. The simplicity is pretty nice. Oh, it got totaled. I didn't know that. That's too bad. Uh, well, I mean, the insurance company hopefully gave you enough to buy another one. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, if you're gonna swap something, it would be way cooler to put the new Godzilla motor in it. Yes, inherit somebody else's problems. I mean, where are you gonna find an excursion without problems now? It doesn't exist. They're all 20 years old, and they need love. So there's an excursion out there just begging for your love. Y'all should hit the like button if you're in here. Also, the super chat is rolling, and you are welcome to donate. The like button does the things. Oh man, Hammer Wrench, I did not know that, man. Yeah, T-Bone will total him. Not a good thing. Yeah, but you should do the transmission with the 6.2 too. It is more expensive. Yeah. That 7.3 gas, the Godzilla motor looks really good. There's a lot of guys that have put a lot of miles on them with it's like the new version of the V10. I mean, just more horsepower, and I'm sure it's more fun to drive because of that, which is fine. That's cool. Um, but yeah, if anybody is considering coming to Trail Hero, uh, come and sign up for my ride Friday, West Rim Geese 4x4 run, or Geese 4x4 West Rim run, I think in the thing. Would love to wheel with you guys. It's going to be awesome. Um, no, maybe in the 90s. Yeah, Crash. I know a lot of people have. Uh, it is pretty similar. They get a lot different. But yeah, no 5 liter Super Duty. I do agree with that. Yeah, 6.2, I think 6.2, 5.4, 6.8, 7.3. I think are the only engines that ever came in a Super Duty. I think you can get an F-150 in the 90s, which is I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as the 250 and the 350. It's lighter frame, um, with the 5 liter in it though. Yeah, the problem is that those type of engines are not great for hauling the weight. I don't know that a 5 liter would do well with the weight of a pickup. Yeah, I think the Coyote is the 5 liter. Um, they're like more of a high RPM thing where you need the grunt down low for a pickup. So kind of interesting. So, what else we got for excursion chats today, guys? We're just hanging out, having a good old time, trying to answer your questions, and mostly just chatting today. Uh, Surprisingly, a lower day on the old live. Not having that many people in here, but I appreciate all of you in here. Is awesome. Yeah, Jason. Yeah. No, it's just not. It's not a heavyweight motor, a 5 liter. Just not what it's for. It's fast though. Fast and torquey are a lot of different things. What is it? What is the quote is horsepower is how fast you hit the wall. Torque is how far you take it with you. The V10 to hit the wall at 10 miles an hour and just keep driving, and the 7.3 would drive over the wall. I saw that hammer wrench. I don't understand what that's all about, but yeah. Hard top. No, we want to do one of those too. That's gonna be an off-road truck though, with like a Bronco cap on it. Uh, Type cap. I don't know. Again, the donations tab. I'm kidding. But seriously, that's the goal, guys. Is that I can make this excursion thing big enough that I can build all these crazy idea excursions. Because that's the goal. Shaft Master Goods. Um, does he have the receipts that it's actually bulletproof? Because here's the deal. You can say, I guess you can tell if it's bulletproof, right? You can see the studs, somebody said. Um, yeah, I don't know that I would either. I And it depends on how much they're asking and all this stuff. But if they're asking a price that I would imagine they're asking, Shaftmaster, like, you know, 15-20 grand plus, and they're telling you that they don't know anything about who bulletproofed it or what was put on it, um, I think I'd go find another one. Because unless you can have a decent mechanic, go through it and really pinpoint everything that's been done, um, which they probably could, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. You can't get in the cylinders. Um, oh, interesting. Yeah. So Shaftmaster, like I said, if you could find a shop and the person selling it, this lady would let you take it down there and let the shop have it for a couple days and get all the stuff, um, and really figure out what's in it, then maybe. But if you're just going blind, man, that is it's just a big gamble to take, because if it's not done right, you're going to be dumping another 10K in it or more. But if it is done right, you might get a great deal. So yeah, GD is saying right here, receipts, original heads, no blow by, or O-ringed heads, not original, because a lot of times they'll O-ring those heads. That'll help, um, with the head gaskets, keeping them in them. And I don't even know how you're going to tell. You're going to have to go in through the exhaust or something to get into the head and tell if it's O-ringed. Because I don't know. It's like normally you would do that in a spark plug hole, and that doesn't exist. You could pull an injector maybe, if they would let you really tear into it. But I don't know how you tell that once it's all buttoned up. Again, I think somebody said you can see the studs outside of the. I've never even seen a 6 liter, so I don't know. Are the head studs external or something, or you can tell? Um, but yeah, a little sketchy. I mean, it's not. You want to trust people, right? But it's also like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's kind of a hard one. Yeah. There's a lot of people saying no. Problem is, the 6 liter is a great engine if it's fixed right. And if it's not fixed right, you're going to pay all the money to make it that great engine. And I just don't want to put anybody in that position. I wouldn't. I think I should own a 6 liter just because I want to own all the excursions. But I now currently don't make enough money to own a 6 liter. Because if something happened where I had to put a motor in either of these trucks, I wouldn't be able to do it. And so I don't know. Just money, GD. You are right. Just money. But I like to not just throw it away because I don't have a ton of it. So, but you can change that. Just kidding. There is a donations thing if you want to do that, but no obligation. 30K for a new 6 liter in SoCal. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Oh, 20. 20. See, and I've everything I've heard. Yes, yeah, Jammin has built a really cool Toverlander, as he would say. 20K. Yeah, it's still a lot. I thought you could bulletproof them. Seems like most people are able to bulletproof them if it's running and stuff for 10 grand. So I think when I look at buying a 6 liter, it will be when I have 10 grand in expendable cash to fix it. Because I would like to see and feel the power of one, as I hear that they're awesome. So I don't know. My neighbor has a 250 that is a 6 liter. It has like 85,000 miles on it. That's never been touched. He had to put a Ficum in it last year though, but it's 20 years old now. So, but it has 80,000 miles on it. It's never hardly ever tows anything. Just sitting there, being the perfect little 6 liter. Howdy, howdy, folks. If you have not hit that thumbs up button, I would appreciate that. I would also just love some people to continue the chat and hanging out with the old geek here. Anything you guys want to talk about, just put it in the chat. We will go over it, talk about it. If you're thinking about buying a 6 liter, we'll ridicule you and make you feel really bad about yourself. Just kidding. Yeah, see, exactly, Jason. That's the thing, is that like the price, if you want a diesel and if you could find a good one, the price of a 6 liter is so much less because of the reputation. So I don't know. We'll see. Like you could buy a 6 liter Excursion with 150,000 miles on it for I was gonna say 10, but Crash, you have become a member. Holy smokes. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Got another member, guys. That is also just a great reminder. I do have channel memberships. So if you are interested in becoming a member of the Geekster family, you can do that whole thing. And that is awesome. Um, yeah. We are one. We are Crash. You're part of it. Speaking of them, it's great reminder you also did because I need to post something for the members. So I'm going to do that. I have not Hammer Wrench. I have got the this is a 2000. So it has the Rams head thing that actually doesn't have that restriction like the later models did. And so only it's just weird. It goes forward and back. And so I haven't done it. I was hoping the plan was to put Banks headers on it and get their Y pipe and do all that stuff. And unfortunately, um, Banks stopped making those headers and Y pipe right before I went to buy them. So I kind of got gypped on that. It's got JBA headers and the factory white pipe. Yes. See, Crash gets it. I've literally been thinking about that. And I'm gonna, yeah, You'll probably see a reel here pretty soon about the poor excursions that need your saving. They're all only 20 years old with no issues at all from the last owner. They definitely don't have daddy issues, and you need to save one. So, so yeah, you need them all. Need all the excursions, folks. So, and if you own one, it's not enough. You have to own a second one, and maybe a third, and more. Yeah, Crash. There's not a ton of companies. If you're thinking about doing headers, you need to buy them soon, because we're getting to that age where people are stopping making those parts. They're not selling as much, and uh, and they, yeah, it was really actually hard to find some that were on the shelf. So if you can find a set of headers right now, I would buy them whenever you can find them, because I waited too long. I don't want to scare you. It's getting old, man. He said I saved up money for like a year to try and buy the headers, and then as soon as I was ready to buy them, banks could discontinued them. And so I'm just speaking from experience where I got screwed. Yeah, I know. A northern spare parts size. Yeah, I mean at some point we are gonna have to have them. I yeah, I don't have a spare yet. Again, donate to Geeks 4x4 to help me buy a spare excursion. Now, I like running things. I'm never gonna have one that just is parts shell. But I kind of killed like the hardest door to find, um, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, it is a little sad, right? I mean, these trucks are getting old, and we're like their caretakers now. Pretty much what we are, and yeah, we need all the help we can get. Ah, dang, man. What press are you using? The Harbor Freight one actually works really well on these C's. Harbor Freight one did not work really well on the Gladiator C's. Dana 44 C's on the Gladiator were not that. Um, the ball joint was really big and the C was really small, I don't know. I bent some of my adapters. It was annoying. So yeah, I just like them running. If I'm gonna have a parts one, it needs to run. I just saw one in Arizona. Uh, this is for. I mean, Alex, you can go get this one. It's like $3,000, except that it's been rolled. The guy's like, I was gonna cut the back off of it. That's what we need to do next. Dang, Crash, you got all the stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Jason, you're right. And the interior parts are going to be the ones that are difficult in a few years, because some of them are specific, like the overhead consoles and the door cards for the rear doors and stuff. The full rear door, uh, like any of the second row doors are going to be worth a lot of money in a while. And I'm considering that would be the only thing I might have around, is grabbing a rear door. Yeah, the Eddie Bauer, I don't know. I'm not that impressed with it, but whatever. Uh, but I think I would like some rear doors, considering what I'm doing with this truck. Um, to have some extras wouldn't be a bad plan. But then I need to find one this color, because I don't want to paint them either, because it's too much work. Yeah, Eddie Bauer just has the weird different trim on the inside. The outside's not really any different. They're they changed a bunch of stuff in '05 anyway. They threw the Eddie Bauer basically like all the leftovers that they didn't want to put on the 6-liter truck, and we needed to get rid of from the nice 6 liters before then. So they, yeah. But again, I need them all. Uh, that's why I said I would like a 5.4. I would like a 6 liter. I need a 2-wheel drive. Uh, I want to build one with the back cut off of it. I want to build one possibly with a buddy of mine wants one with the entire roof cut off. Yeah, Jason, you got to buy that. Yep, the white one. Yeah, I actually that's in this ad of this other one I just saw. Yeah, 5.4s. Yeah, I was talking to a guy in Illinois trying to get one for cheap. He was going to scrap it. I don't know if that one will work out, but if I buy that, it's going to be insane because I had to drive it back, which will be epic. Super stoked about it. So, yeah, I'm not the rust in the doors and the rockers actually doesn't scare me because of this thing, right? So, like you guys have seen my rock slider setup. So this is, well, I'm not showing you the right thing. So this is my setup. So I cut off 5 inches on the bottom of the door here, and then I welded this rock slider in. And I could do this with rust there too, and then I could actually weld this to the frame if the body was bad enough that I couldn't weld it to the body. This one, the rust was all in the bottom of the rockers, and it was just barely poking through some of them. And I knew that when I bought it, and I just went for it. I wasn't worried about it because I knew I was gonna do rock crawler stuff, and dents and rust didn't scare me at all. I wanted to make sure that the transmission fluid smelled good and it had oil in it, and it had both of those things. So I bought it and then drove it 300 miles home, and it was great, flawless. I like this little V10. So, so yeah, that's the goal, guys. That's you guys are. It still feels like it's on the entry level, right? But like you guys are on the entry level of what I want to do with excursions, and I think that there's a lot of people that are interested that are hopefully going to be interested in seeing me build. Like I have 5 or 10 different versions that I have in my head that I want to build. Dot, I know I clickbaited the title. I apologize, my friend. Uh, I just had to. I had to see if that would work at all, and honestly, it has pretty much failed terribly. We have not had tons of people in here today, and we've just been hanging out. The few of us here. Oh man, Crash, thanks for the donation, man. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Um, and becoming a member. This guy is hanging out all day long today. Uh, Crash, were you a follower before, or did you just find me today? Oh, you're gonna leave now. Now you're just gonna come in here and do things and leave, man. What the heck? Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Georgia, huh? Georgia hammer wrench. Why didn't you buy one, man? Sounds good, Crash. Thanks for hanging, man, and good luck with the old ball joints. They're a good time. Make sure you put the right one in first. You got to put the bottom one in first because you can't get to the top one. You can't get to the bottom one with the top one in. So I got you. um, yeah, hammer wrench. Three is seems like the night like about the lowest that I can find. I want to pay less though. I want like $1,500 excursions and then drive them across the country. That seems great. And again, I'm not worried about rust because I'm just going to cut the rockers out. And if they're going to be an off road rig, they're going to get a sick rock slider in that place anyway. So the rust is only going to suck a ton for all the suspension work we have to do. But we can cut the U-bolts off. We have to. The only bolt that really needs to come out. Yes, we're going to use a PB blaster like it's going out of style. Um, the only bolts that really have to come out if we're going to keep the rear leaf sprung. And honestly, it doesn't even need to come out either because you could put the '08 leaf conversion on it. Oh, dude, yeah, you got the insurance up the wazoo. Jeez. Um, yeah, because if you were planning to put the '08 leafs on it, you're gonna knock off both of the rear spring mounts on the back. So that's just cutting off the hot rivets and knocking them out, and then that gets the whole leaf spring off of there. The front, eh, I mean, yeah, all those mounts are bolted on, but like, uh, it's hard to be tight when it's liquid. And so you could cut all that stuff off to get the leaf springs off the front. Coil swab the front. You can drill holes in the frame anyway. And I don't know. I mean, yeah, everything's gonna be rusty, but it's really you gotta put new axles underneath it, probably. And then all you have to deal with is the rest of the rust. It's gonna be great. Rust in your eyes. Always. Yeah. I I've thought about it a lot actually, because I almost bought one that was pretty rusty when I was gonna buy this one. Um, Found one in Boston that I was talking to a guy on, and I dug it. I almost bought a six door that was really rusty too. The guy ended up scrapping that, and that made me sad. But I would have built that. That would have been fun. Uh, he said it was really rusty, but it didn't look that rusty. So I don't know. And yeah, yeah. You guys ever find dumb deals on excursions? You just send them my way. I I'm really not hard to convince, especially if it's close to somebody, one of my followers that I know, and I can fly in and you can pick me up and we can go look at it and you have tools. Um, I would love that. That would be such a fun thing for me. And I would love to get to meet some of you guys and do the whole thing. So, uh, you know, be a bad influence on the bad influence. Send me the bad and send me the cheap, the good deals. Jason, it is not worth coil swapping the factory axle, and here's why. Uh, the the turning radius alone is so much better on the '05 Plus axle that keeping the factory axle with the coil swap is just like, why would you do the work? Um, I bet I lost 20 feet on a turning radius with the coil, the '05 Plus axle. Plus, the '05 Plus has a little bit bigger brakes. They're really not that much bigger, but everybody talks about how much bigger they are. Um, and what else do they say it has? Well, I mean, you get coils. The obvious big improvement. It does ride a little better, especially with the Skyjacker springs. I thought the stock springs were gonna ride. So I kept the stock springs for a while, and I was like, it's good. Um, and then and then I put the Skyjacker springs on it, and I was like, oh, this is how it's supposed to ride with the coils. The Skyjacker springs made this thing ride so good. Um, yeah, Jason, if you do it with the '05 axle, it will turn just as good as your two-wheel drive. It's good. It's really good. And if you want to use Skyjacker parts, uh, you can go to their website and you can use the code Geeks 4x4 10, and you can get 10% off. I am a massive proponent of Skyjacker suspensions. Um, Somebody told me today on a comment, paid promotions go a long way or are 100% true or something. That's what he said, I think. And I do not get paid by Skyjacker. I do make a little bit when you use my coupon code. Um, but I also run Skyjacker, and I have tested the heck out of Skyjacker, and uh, yeah, I mean, I've put 30,000 miles on Skyjacker shocks now, and um, they're awesome. They're they're by far the best riding shocks that I have ever had on my white excursion. And then this one, I'm using these things. Yeah. Dot. Trying to understand what you're asking here. 70 to 80 in 10 years or 0 to 60? Oh, is it? Oh, you're saying 0 to 70, 0 to 60 in 3 years. I don't know what you're talking about, Dot. Yes, excursions are slow, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, Jason, that's tough. Those 430 axles are worth something. Um, but maybe I don't know. I just think that I would be disappointed if I did all the work to coil them and I didn't get, like, to me the biggest thing. Yes, you're going to get the ride, but you're still not going to get the brakes, and the biggest, that turning radius is crazy. It's This truck is so much easier to drive around, and it has 40s on it, and it's stupid wide, and it still turns better than my other truck. Like, I think, I don't know, but you know, that's just my 2 cents. Um, I've been told I was wrong once or twice before. It's not often though. I'm pretty good. Just kidding. Um, but yes, dot. They're slow. We know excursions are slow. Thank you. Slow as molasses on a cold winter day. My 7.3 is pretty quick. It's it's not slow. It's pretty fun. Pretty good. Pretty good time. Yeah, I dig it. Random. What else we got, guys? We still have the super chat open if you would like to donate a little bit. Would appreciate that. We're still having to have our goal of 70. We're a little ways. We're getting there a little bit, but would totally take some more. If not, again, no obligation to that. Would also just love comments down below and thumbs up if you have not hit the thumbs up button. Comments below, asking me questions, keeping this thing rolling. We are coming into the hour. We've been on for 2 hours, so I'm not going to hang out around for that much longer. So, any other questions that we can finish this thing off with, would love to answer them and get some feedback to you guys and do the stuff. So hit me up with your questions in the comments. Hit that like button, and let's continue this chat a little bit. Starting to die down. Everybody's getting tired of hearing me talk, and maybe it's talk like this. Giggity. What up, man? Giggity, uh that's funny though. The way you put that, I actually, like, the first thing I thought of was how many people can you fit in your excursion? That would be entertaining. Like excursion clown car games. Um I we today earlier in this live, somebody kind of came up with a wrenching tent essentially. Um bu- that maybe we find a local auto shop or something, somebody that could bring tools out and a nice place to work, and we could have other excursion people uh, come around and help people do little mods or something like that. um, yeah, or a tuning area. Jason, thank you for the donation. Appreciate that a ton, man. That is awesome. Get some donations coming in. The old super chat is rolling. Jason's been hanging out with us all day. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for hanging out, being a part of the conversation, and really just being a part of my community, man. So I really appreciate you, Jason. Um, yeah, like, so Family Main said, like, a tuning area. This is part. This. Oh my god. I'm writing that down, Giggity. Give me a second. That is a stellar idea. Spark plug hunt is because it's gonna be the week after Easter, so everybody's gonna have done Easter egg hunts. We can go and hide spark plugs. I love that. Hang on. Okay, it's written in the list, Giggity. That would be, oh my gosh, so funny. Like I said, the other thing I'm kind of thinking is like nightly chats and stuff, and try and have some people chat with like the big group, and maybe we do a couple of them. I don't know. I don't know who you guys want to speak. If you would like me to talk one night, if you would like Gage from Excursions Unlimited to talk. I don't know that he's coming, but like somebody like that. I want to talk to Junior at ATS and see if I can get him to come. He would be another great one to do some sort of nightly chat with. There are a bunch of excursion guys that are like legit and big time, and that I'm hoping that I can entice to come. I need to email Junior and tell him about the event. I want to have ATS. I want ATS to come on as a sponsor. So um, yeah, you guys are my. We're talking live here, and you guys are getting everything. So this is my spitballing ideas. I want some people like that as sponsors and stuff. Um, ATS is one of the biggest names in our excursion game because of their springs that help everybody tow, and that's what a lot of people want to do with these trucks. So um, make them tow better and replace our saggy 20-year-old springs. So it's pretty great. What else we got? Other ideas? Shoot them at me, Giggity. Let's no pun intended, shoot them at me. Um, yeah, I love this brainstorming on the event. I want to do this every week, and I want to make this event something that people are excited about, and that we're just going to have a great time. I think being with excursion owners is going to be enough to do that, but having hilarious things to do, uh, like we're kind of coming up with, would be the next level on hanging out and having a great time. So let's do it. Throw me some more ideas for events. What would you like to see if you were going to a Ford Excursion event, and you were traveling a long ways? I know we're all going to travel a long ways if we're making this thing happen. There are some people that are close, and that's not fair. But I'm not one of them, and a lot of us are not. And so, if you travel a long way, what is something that you really want to see at an event? And you can just blanket say things you want to see at events, and I will I'll I'll write them down if I like them, or I'll diss you really bad right now. So bring them on in the comments. Comments have stopped flowing. Hopefully you guys are still there. My internet it really get glitchy today. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. What you got? If you have not liked this post, liked this whatever we're doing live, brain fart, you should. There's a thumbs up button. It's like underneath the chat. Um, if you don't know who I am, the title of this says Ford Excursions Suck. I literally did that because I wanted to see if I could get some people to come in here and rage with me today. And it didn't work. We actually probably didn't have a great day. Um, but uh, I still am here. I'm here every Wednesday, going live, talking to you guys. My name is Bryce. I am the owner, operator, founder, dude, guy at Geeks 4x4. Geeks 4x4 is a YouTube channel. It is an Instagram. It is a Facebook. It is a Pinterest. It is on TikTok. Thinking about getting a Twitter. I don't know. I'm doing the stuff, guys. Geeks 4x4 is the brand. I have built bobbed Ford Excursion. If you don't know what that is, you should go check out some videos on my channel. Uh, and that Excursion is built for off-roading, and so it's on 40-inch tires, and it's really fun. And the only reason I can do it is because of you guys. So I appreciate you very much, and I'm very hopeful that people will comment right now and help me end this long speech that I'm just monologuing about being Ryan. Heck yeah. Uh, Ryan says, I have a 2003 Eddie Bauer. I love it and hate it at the same time. Ryan, I think I was just about to diss you as a 6.0 owner and be like, that's what all 6.0 guys say. But then, no, that's what all 6.0 guys say. I'm just kidding. But then you think about, man, all of us, I think we all drive a 20-year-old truck now. And I think that there are times where I love and I hate my 20-year-old truck. Uh, there are definitely things that would be cool to have in a newer vehicle. But uh, there's also something cool about having the coolest and best SUV ever made. It just is. It's just the biggest and best SUV ever made. It's not the biggest anymore. Freaking Grand Wagoneer is longer, but and wider. Why? Um, but the best, coolest SUV ever built. There's something cool about that. And then you hate it when you had to fix little dumb things, or when the steering wanders a little bit, or when there's vibrations that you've been chasing for 10 years. Giggity also brought up the biggest hate part is the fact that we have to work in a tank of gas into the budget. Yeah, that is very true. This it ain't cheap to drive these big girls. Uh, of course, Ryan. Have you been on here for a long time? You've been listening and hanging out. I appreciate you coming on and starting to chat finally. If you have been, um, these lives only happen for you guys and because of you. So uh, the reason that I'm here is for you guys to chat and ask questions and make funny comments. You know, love hate relationship stuff, and I love it. Uh, I am glad to be working with the excursion community, and everybody I meet is just such good folks. Um, so yeah, I appreciate it. It's cool. Ryan, have you do you follow Geese 4x4 and stuff? So do you know about the event we're planning? We were just talking about uh the event. Oh, okay, cool. So you've been following for a while. I feel like I recognize your name. You've been on a live before, I think. Um so I'm doing an event, and it's not my event. It's an excursion event. In April of next year. It's the 9th through the 12th, and it's at Maris Adventure Park in Texas. And we're gonna try and get as many excursions there as possible. It is an off-road park, but it in no way do you have to have an off-road excursion to come. We're gonna do tons of events that have nothing to do with off-roading. There's also like mountain biking and hiking and all this stuff. And so we're kind of brainstorming. I do this every week in the live. As part of the live, we talk about it. We've talked about all kinds of things today. Um, Brainstorming. Like, what do you want to see? I don't know where you live, Ryan. But personally, I have to drive 1,600 miles to get there. And no, 1,600 miles? No, it's only like I forget what it is. Um, it might be 600 miles. And if I drive that far and I'm coming to an event, what do I want to see? And so that's what we're kind of brainstorming. Somebody just had, oh, you're Southwest Missouri. I was just there. I wasn't. I mean, I was in Missouri in April. So is that where we met? Did I meet you there? Just kidding. Um, Giggity came up with the my favorite. Yeah, Texas is easy for a lot of you guys. That's why I picked Texas, because it's pretty close for the core of the country. Us up here on the wings and stuff are gonna have to drive. That's fine. Um, Ryan, if you go to, I don't know if the family main is still on here. It's my buddy who's moderating today. Um, if you go to my YouTube channel, sorry, my Facebook, so Geeks 4x4 Facebook, and then you go into your event. Oh, there it is. I mean, there's a link right there, Ryan. If you want to click on that, hopefully that works. And sometimes the links don't work in the chat. It's nothing that the family main did. It's just sometimes you got to copy and paste it or something. But under events in there, you can go and I would follow that page, and I'll be doing updates, and there's gonna be tickets, and there's gonna be the whole stuff. So it's happening. I don't have all the details yet. I know where it's gonna be, and I know when it is. And as we get closer, we're gonna get all the good stuff out. So, um, so yeah, I'm just okay, cool. Yeah, so you know where it is. Um, but yeah, if you have like ideas, Giggity. Oh god, that's also great, Giggity. So the problem is the spark plug hunt is going to be mostly for kids, except that and then their parents get a sweet Calvan kit. I haven't actually used one of those kits. I have one from Napa that I think it's the same kit. I think I don't know. It's super nice. And then I took the bit that reams out the head, and maybe this is something that Calvan does that's better. Um, the reamer, and I welded it to a socket, and then I ground the socket down so that it fits inside the head, and that's in my bag at all times, so that I can pull it out and ream the head bigger. It's gonna be great on the side of the road. It's gonna be stellar. How many spark plugs do you think we're gonna blow? I think we need awards, because if somebody comes and blows a spark plug or two on the way, they need an award. So they get something from the spark plug hunt too. That's a great idea though, Giggity. Is we definitely need a Calvan kit to give away. So I haven't figured out all that yet. We definitely are gonna need to have some good products to give away. And yeah, yeah, we're gonna do the stuff, guys. It's gonna be I've never done an event at this scale, the scale that I want to do this event. So the last events I did were I was really young, and I just was like, let's all get together and do a thing. And now it's like, how do I make this legit? Because and the first year might not be 100% there. I will admit. But I want to get it there. Whoa, you did all 8 with the Galvan kit? You just retapped the whole head? That is wild, man. You you are committed. Yeah, the heart rate and blood pressure through the roof thing, you weren't a big fan of that? Yeah, I'm sure that's I have had one blow on a 5.4 expedition that I was working on, but I put new plugs in it and I felt one of them loose, and so as soon as I pulled out of the driveway, the thing popped, and that was it was scary. It would be terrifying on a massive trip if this thing did it. That would suck. I don't want that to happen. But I also they're fine. I don't want to. You did the king of kings preventative maintenance, and I hope you never ever blow one. So, all right, guys, I am thinking about ending this puppy and being done for the night. Any other pressing questions for this week? I'm going to go through all of my things right here one last time at the end, um, and then I'll look at the questions. So, uh, first things first, the next event coming up is Trail Hero. If you have an off-road excursion or off-road vehicle in general, it doesn't need to be an excursion. I don't really care. You should come. It's one of my favorite events of the entire year. It is in Sand Hollow, Utah, and it's a week-long event. If you just look up Trail Hero on the old Google, you'll come up with it. Also on my Facebook page, you will find Trail Hero, the whole Trail Hero setup. There's one day I'm doing a ride particularly for me, for Geeks 4x4. That's me. And it is Friday. We're doing West Rim. If you're bringing an excursion, my suggestion would be rock sliders or a really good like high lift. Um, and yeah, secondly, if you would like Geeks 4x4 merch, we do sell merch. It is on Amazon. When this is posted up, there is a link in the description to Geeks 4x4 merch, and you can buy merch with Bob on it. It's only Bob right now. And just the Geeks 4x4 logo and stuff. And the other thing is the excursion event. There is an excursion event happening. It is April 9th through the 12th, Maris Adventure Park in Texas. The Family Main is also putting all the links down here right now, which is awesome. And if you guys want to come and to that and just be excursion people, it's at an off-road park. It is not an off-road event. You can come and off-road. I'm gonna probably wheel, but maybe I'm gonna wheel. It depends on how much work I need to do. Um, and and we're gonna come and hang out and just bring excursions together and meet people from all over the country. It's gonna be awesome. Um, what's the last thing? Do I have another thing? If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, like, what are you doing? Like, come on, just do it. Um, and if you haven't liked this live, you also should do that. Like, come on, what do you? Also, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Facebook, follow me on uh, Giovanni. I have no idea. The screen is small. I don't know, man. I'm on my phone. Um, and what else I got? If you want to buy things from Skyjacker, you can use the code Geeks4x410 to get 10% off at Skyjacker. If you want to buy anything on Amazon, if you go through my store, I get a little credit. It doesn't cost you anything. You should do that. And then also tons of excursion parts in that store. And what other questions do we have to end this thing out? I went through my whole spiel and everybody left. So now there's only 4 people. 5. Giovanni, I do not know why the screen is so small. And GD says more off-roading videos, please. Yes, sir. That will come from Trail Hero. So just be looking out for those. GD, be looking out for those in October. I will try to get one of those out. I'll try and get one of them out at the event. We'll see. And then we'll do one for the next couple weeks after the event. So hopefully by Thanksgiving there will be like 3 or 4 more off-road videos on the channel. So I hear you. I got you. And yeah. Giovanni, I don't know what you're trying to say, buddy. But anyway, guys, I think I'm out of here. There's no new comments coming through. The internet's being weird all day, so I don't know how behind it is. And yeah, I think that's it. Deuces. Bye.